many of us, or even I was of the opinion about 3-4 years back, even the same opinion, that CRM component, be it about not an SAP or something, CRM perspective, CRM component as a whole, it is meant for catering to FMCG. Or very, very typical where I procured bought a refrigerator or bought a LCD TV, and then it has a tag of warranty or something, and then something is not happening, or it has got some under warranty replacement or something is required, or some service technician is required for this. Then I pick up a call, dial a toll-free number, or my ticket is generated, then I am served. So, or a public utility companies like Mahanagar Gas, where there are about 3 lakh plus customers where the pipe gas they are serving. So, all this per se on the real estate front, whether, I mean, why do we need it? Why do we need really a CRM? So, these are some highlights. That although, of course, for FMCG companies, the extent and level of operations, to the extent or the interaction what is required, and the extent of reaction or the communication or the kind of activities which are required for real estate customers are different, no doubt about it. But the tool, the back-end tool remains the same. I mean, it's how you configure it or how you make use of it. I mean, the same CRM would work with some additional features for a call center or for a FMCG company, whereas catering to the needs of a real estate, again, customer is the focus. Again, in real estate, customer is the focus. Finally, the investor who is investing, he has to be served properly, and his data, his analysis, is all needs have to be captured. So, improved sales efficiency, the number of calls that people make, or before launching any new project or something, if I have a database of investors, typically good investors who are very much associated with the company, who want to do these investments in the projects or something, then a segment of actual end users that a lot of people visit exhibitions. Whenever we go to the exhibition, as an end user also, we try to see where all the properties are coming up, where all the things are going up, and we try to fill up the forms. That whatever bare minimum information what is required, because in order to get 360-degree customer view, if somebody starts asking me what is the model of the car, I don't know what year you have taken, I mean, that nobody would like to have it in the shortest possible span of 2 minutes or 3 minutes. But if I can just capture some basic information at the exhibition counter, say his name, his cell number, his email ID or something, then the backend team starts taking it forward and taking the call. Then, sir, what is the convenient time? Is it okay to talk to you on Saturday evening, or it's okay to talk to you on Friday evening or something about the new launch of the project? Then it gives more of comfort, and all these calls are tracked. They are tracked in the CRM. Even the number of follow-ups, even it's just like a banking token system. The number of calls done by a particular, it's a team of executives who have done so many calls, and how many calls have been responded back. And there is some threshold limit also has been put, that if after 5 or 10 or say 12 calls, still the customer is saying no, I am not interested, or he is trying to avoid something, then that is some cutoff line has been taken. But obviously the success ratio, the turnarounds from this can be easily captured. This is 360-degree customer view. Complete his financial needs, even to the extent people try to capture on the leisure time and hours, his trends on spending on the holidays, or in the next 1 or 2 years, do you intend to plan holidays or something? I have seen good CRM use of a company from Mahindra Lifespaces. They have captured this data, and at the same time And at the same time, they have used it very statistically and analytically that if you need to spend your vacations or in this India, say Bangalore, Mysore, Ooty, in that region, then we have got good holiday scheme, or we have got good our own hotels or something where we can get fabulous discounts on this, and people have run on these schemes actually. As a real estate developer, I may have my own hospitality or my own hotel segment which is running across that thing, or I may engage with some other licensing or some other partner from the hotel industry where I can have this sharing of data and then do this. So this comes to 360-degree overview view of the customer, his style, his nature of spending. Another very good example of this 360-degree overview I will give in my previous implementations again on another gas. Something like what we have in Virar, the mass housing scheme where 3,000 plus customers have already booked the flats and their data is available or something. Similar, some CRM database company took it and they launched a campaign that if you have a car maybe on a petrol or diesel or something, and if you are staying in this particular township or locality in this area, then with the span of 1 month, if you apply, there was a fabulous discount on the CNG kits which they intended to promote with some tie-up from the Italian company, and the campaign ran so successfully that the hit ratio was around 70%, and it was an outcome. I mean, nothing to do with it. It was an outcome of a structured analysis of the data, and a proper marketing campaign which was rolled out. Improved marketing ROI. Again, this is very critical thing from CFO point of view. I put up an ad in Times of India, or put up a banner or a hoarding, or take a part in an exhibition for a new launch of the scheme or something. So these are all promotional things. A lot of expenditure has gone in. So systematically, all this budgets can be prepared on this. How much I need to spend based on my past analysis or based on my some management guidelines that this much amount we can spend on this kind of promotional campaigns. So this, against these campaigns, the success ratio finally when it comes to conversion, the number of leads, the number of prospects, the number of finally customers who get it into. So this kind of proper statistical analysis you can put it. So there's an X amount of investment that has gone in, and there's many things. These many customers have got converted because of this campaign, particular campaign or something. So the effectiveness, or I would say some sort of ROI. I mean, it's not exactly an ROI that I end up spending 1 crore, and it's some part of tangible plus not tangible. That it's not that the hit ratio, if I get it maybe a 10%, that's something rather than a cost of doing an additional promotional sale that can be. And some guidelines have been prepared, or it can be prepared. How next campaigns or next scheme, if I want to launch, how do I can do it based on this data analysis.